4-year deal, $4 million. Matty, couple of questions for you. You, we believe, spoke to Mitchell during his process of trying to choose a club. What did you talk about during those conversations?
Well, there's certain things, that are just between me and Mitchell, but basically I just spoke about the support that he'll receive in Newcastle. Spoke about where I see the Knights team. Spoke about guys like Ponga and some of those younger guys that are coming through and just what Newcastle could offer him, talking about the town. It's a great town, good town to live in, really good town, particularly when the football side's flying. It's Page's lived there. It's a young people's town. There's an energy about Newcastle. It's a lot of fun. But the big one for me was just from the football point of view. I said to Mitchell, asked him a question. I said, mate, when you win at the Roosters these days, what do you feel? Do you feel elation or do you feel relief? He said to me, I feel relief. And I said, well, that's not good. Relief's not a motivating factor.
No.
And I said, that's a problem. I said, Mitchell, it is time for you now to start to enjoy your football. And I said, come to Newcastle. I just know you'll enjoy it there.
Makes you very sad to hear that he wasn't, getting that great buzz and that form of elation.
Because it was
expected for him to win. It was expected he was the state of origin. I can understand where he's coming from, and I understand that's good advice, Matty.
You spoke to him yesterday after he signed as well. What was his mood like?
He was elated.
That's what you want.
It was. He just said, I cannot wait to get up there. I can't wait to start training. I can't wait to take on a leadership role. I went up there. As soon as I went up there, I loved it. And I told him once, I said to him, go and talk to your dad. I want you to go and talk to your dad about when he played in those great Balmain sides, what it was like when he played up in Newcastle, right? Because I remember being a young player playing under 21, sitting on the bench for first grade one day in 1990. We had to beat Balmain to make the finals. And there were 30,000 people jammed on the ground that could fit about 28, and it was just crazy. It was madness. Wayne Pearce described it after the game as he said it was heading up there, and we knew what was going to happen. He said we called what is the M1 these days. He said it was the highway to hell. Oh. And I said, speak to your dad what it's like when the side's going good. And I think his dad had a yarn to him. His mum and dad were probably happy that he's gone up there and getting out of Sydney. And he just said, Mitchell said, for me, it feels like a new chapter of my life, not just my football career.
Bigger challenge too, I think. I think personally a bigger challenge. Let's put the money aside for a minute. They gave top dollar. $4 million is a good incentive to go to a club. But Manly and Cronulla can't give Mitchell Pearce that extra incentive that he needs to go to a team that hasn't done much in the last few years and to be the main man. I don't think the other clubs gave him that type of commitment that he could be the main man and run the show. And when you've got blokes like Ponga, Guerra, Lillyman, Connor Watson, SASA, Moga, now Pearce, tell you what.
Good side.
I know we're going to give our top 8 on Monday, but I'm pushing. I reckon they'll push in the 8 for next year. I reckon they're going to make the 8.
They play. So I look at them now. If they make the play finals next year, that is a very, very good year. If they make top 6, it is a great year. If they go top 4, it is phenomenal.
Yeah.
If they win the
if they win the competition, then I'm telling you now, God can take me the next day. And I'm happy.
What about you guys as Rooster supporters? I mean, we're all talking, we're waxing lyrical about his move, but you guys have lost a bloke who's been there for 12, 13 years.
Yeah, no, and he's a really good player and someone that unexpected for him to leave until Cronk came on the scene. So I was really happy for him to go to Newcastle. Obviously, standing next to Matty and understanding what it means, I got caught up in all that, and it seemed the right thing to do. Now he's signed. It's going to be weird to see him in a different jersey.
Do you like him as much?
Oh, look, I want him to go well. I want him to go really well. I want Newcastle to go really well. If he'd gone to Manly or Cronulla, I wouldn't have wanted him to go as well.
If you tell you what, it's just great for the game because I look at the way the Gold Coast Titans have climbed, and mate, they're going to have it. I'm telling you right now, guarantee it. They're going to have a massive year. They'll go really good. Newcastle, the same thing. There's going to be such a level competition, and there's so many great storylines about season 2018. I honestly believe that next year, I think, could be the greatest year we've seen in the game.